Let's go to page 479 and let's do number 20. Okay, so A, you have 3 square root of 2 minus 5 and you're looking for the conjugate. So the conjugate would be 3 square root of 2 plus square root of 5. So the conjugates are just the opposite of the sign over here. Everything else has to stay the same. So for B, you got square root of 7 plus 4. So the conjugate would be square root of 7 minus 4. Okay, for C, you have negative square root of 5 minus square root of 7. So your conjugate would be negative square root of 5 plus square root of 7. So you can conjugate everything the same, identical, except for plus or minus. Okay, now conjugates are important because you need to multiply by that to simplify the binomial on the denominator. So like number 22, okay, you have 5 over square root of 2 minus 1. So you got two terms. To simplify, you need to multiply by two terms. And to multiply by two terms, the one you need would be the conjugate. Okay? So make sure you multiply by conjugate. And when you multiply, don't multiply the top. Leave the top alone, and so always do the bottom first. Because if you multiply the top, you may get a big mess and you won't be able to simplify. Okay, so over here, again, you multiply out the bottom. So conjugate, right? You multiply the matching or corresponding part. So this will give me a 2. This will be a minus. This will be a 1. Okay, and so you end up with, so this will be just 1, right? And so you can just multiply. So you get 5 square root of 2 plus 5. Okay, and that would be number 22. Okay, now let's go to 24. You have 8 over square root of 2 minus square root of 3. Okay, so to simplify that, you need to multiply by conjugate. Right, so minus become plus. So you can don't multiply the top yet. Okay, leave the top alone for a while. Multiply the bottom first. So when you multiply, it will give you 2 minus 3. Okay, and so this will become 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So now you don't want to keep the negative 1 down here. You want to bring it on the top. So you end up with negative 8 square root of 2 plus square root of 3. So now you multiply, you get negative 8 square root of 2 minus 8 square root of 3. Okay. Let's go to number 26. You have 4 over square root of 7 plus square root of 5. So again, when you have two terms, you need to multiply by conjugates. So you need to multiply by square root of 7 minus square root of 5. Okay, so again, leave the top alone. Don't multiply out yet. So multiply the bottom, you're going to get 7 minus 5. Okay? And so you're going to get 4 times square root of 7 minus square root of 5 over 7 minus 5 is 2. Again, do not multiply the top. Okay? You wait until you're done with the bottom. And if you notice, you can cancel things out. Okay? So once you cancel, now you can multiply. So you get 2 square root of 7 minus 2 square root of 5. Okay, let's go to number 28. You have y minus 9 over square root of y minus 3. And this parenthesis is not multiplication, it's a note. It tells you that y can I go to 9. Okay? So because when y go to 9, it will give you undefined. So this is just a note. Okay? So do not multiply that. That is a note. Okay, so in this case, what you need to do is you need to multiply by conjugate. Okay? Now, when you have multiple terms, you need to put in parentheses. Okay? So you can do not multiply the top, or else you're going to get a big mess. So multiply the bottom. So this will be a y. Minus times plus is a minus. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay? And again, if you notice, you got y minus 9, so they cancel out. See how nice? So your answer would be square root of y plus 3. Okay?